Liz would have been a difficult character to localize at all without a deep understanding of Japanese prose, since he speaks in the poetry. It has regional lore. His nonsense almost ends up being endearing for me, though I understand why he's hated. Yeah, Liz is like seen as comic relief, but I mean, people are gonna feel differently. Some people might find it funny. I honestly don't, because it's gibberish. It makes no sense to me. But again, that's like you said, it's based on like a Japanese thing. It's based on like a poetry kind of thing. It's based on something. So like, to me, it's just gibberish. So I don't find it funny, and a big part of that is because it's gibberish that I don't find it funny. But I can definitely see people being like, "Oh yeah, Liz and are comic relief, and they're funny." Well, I'll be. Do you know him? That I do. Oh, thank goodness. He had this on him. This is his name, right? Yeah, Billy. Like, why would I ever want to change his name? Just keep the name I gave him. Billy Pilder. Actually, no, this guy might have been named for the first time, and they were like, do you want to keep the canon name? It's really interesting to me that you can, like, name all the NPCs in Wild Arms 2. Like, not just the party members, but the NPCs as well. He's a very close friend of mine. I'm happy for you. But he must have amnesia from his fever and injuries. He keeps mumbling that his name is Brad Evans. Oh, well, if he's your friend, that's enough for me. I know you're glad to see your friend, but I have bad news. We weren't able to heal him, in body or mind. It's enough for me that I got to see him alive. I mean, I'm grateful to you. Slayheim expanded its military against the people's wishes. Many small rebel groups ahead scattered uprisings, but they were too unorganized. There then appeared a man who united the opposition to the Slayheim Liberation Army. That man's name was I cannot pronounce that last name. His name was Vinsfeld. I'm not even gonna try. That's the name of my former commanding officer. Brad, Vinsfeld was your commanding officer? Holy cow. So Brad, you and Vinsfeld were buddies? But Vinsfeld's the ringleader of Odessa. Why would the Liberation Army leader turn terrorist? I mean, he's probably got some kind of sentimental backstory for being a villain. I heard people in my village say it was Vinsfeld's charisma and bravery of Brad Evans and his companions that enabled the Liberation to defeat the military despite their small numbers. He and I were always fighting side by side, but he disappeared during the final operation, when the fighting was over. We Liberation Army veterans... I hate the way sentences are broken up sometimes. I know it's like, it's PS1 game, not much you can do about it, but it throws me off. We, the Liberation Army veterans, were blamed for the entire war. We were treated like war criminals. That's right, it was all a clever trap set and sprung by Vinsfeld. Wow. I don't care what anyone says. Torgal and I know you're not a bad man. Didn't you surrender to spare our village 5 years ago? Besides, you helped the recruits from our village at Green Hell, right? No one in the village thinks you're a bad man, mister. Once again, I want to give praise to the heroism theme that Wild Arms 2 does. It's amazing. So 5 years later, I returned to this village, which should have been the site of my grave. That scumbag Vinsfeld formed Odessa and came back before me. He betrayed me and my friends. I'll never forgive him. But why'd you keep quiet about this for so long? Who'd think you were once friends with our enemy Vinsfeld? I'm sorry. I thought it was between him and me. I wanted to settle it myself. I never intended to involve you with my private vendetta. That's very Brad of you. Hey, we're all comrades in arms, right? That makes you our buddy, right, Brad? So what if you and Vinsfeld were buddies then? Brad, you're not anymore, right? That's right. I'm a member of ARMS, sworn enemy of Odessa. Let's focus on the present. Thieves who stole the data tablets were traced to this village. Just ahead is the ocean. They must have crossed the sea to the continent. Makes sense. The desert in the northwest is where Slayheim once was. Knowing Vinsfeld, he could be using the abandoned facilities there as a base of operations. There's a town called Quartley near there. We should start gathering information there. But it'll be hard to get to Slayheim without a boat. And we have a hovercraft. And we left the hovercraft. Oh, right. The hovercraft doesn't follow us in this. We left the hovercraft a long ways away from here. If only we had like an ocarina equivalent, like for the Golem in Wild Arms 1. That would be neat. And Quartley it is. It's a long shot, but the best we have. Tomorrow, we'll figure out a way to get to Slayheim. There has to be a way. I love the fade transitions. It's a very Saturday morning cartoon. I see, so you're a friend of Billy's. Don't worry about Billy, we'll take good care of him. Brad, people break. I'm grateful for what you did on that day 5 years ago. Without your help, we could not have escaped. It was so kind-hearted of you to surrender for our sake. I'm so glad you're alright. I was worried, I didn't know where you went, or even if you were alright. I forgot that Ashley has a radar. Like Rudy. It's not called... It's called Booty Call for some reason, but it's a radar for all intents and purposes. A lot of stuff in chat. Okay, no, I've read this stuff about Liz and the high translation. Raptor, welcome to stream. I think that's all I missed. No, I didn't mean to leave. Oh, wait, is this not going to be... No, this is leaving. That being said, any other items I can find? Or new enemies? I'd be down for that. Hovercraft's like all the way over there. Can I just run there? Because that's not as far as I thought, if I can just walk there. Oh, new enemy. You love to see it. Just filling out that monster album as much as we can. I fought these. Is the urchin bug new? The urchin bug must be new. I remember fighting both of these. Urchin bug looks familiar. It might be a reskin though. I unfortunately don't have AoE available to me. That's fine. Yeah, it's a plant. Obviously weak to fire. Why wouldn't it be? $75 out of 342. 21% through. Yo, it's not bad, actually. That's actually not half bad. Alright, well, I canceled it by using the, search system. You could just cancel encounters in 2 different ways. This is another new enemy. Yeah, this is most definitely something we haven't encountered. Sit this one out, Loka. Brad, please don't miss. A double miss. That's not fun. Nice job chewing that, Tim. Alright, don't let it happen again. This snail has like trees on its shell. It's like a tortera if it were a snail. The amount of quality of life improvements in this game are amazing. Encounter cancel system and green encounters. Yeah, honestly, I love it. It's so nice. Like, the encounter cancel system is really good because, again, random encounters... I mean, not many games did something like that, like, where you could just removed them. Like, don't get me wrong, encounters are great sometimes, but like, we all need a break at some point, especially if you're trying to like go through a dungeon and you just want to like focus on a puzzle. I also like that they have red encounters, because if you abuse the system, you still have to do some fights. So I do like that. I like that you can't cancel every encounter, but like most. As for the green encounters, yeah, I agree. That's a really nice system that did not need to exist in the game, but boy, am I glad it did. Because that makes going for the bestiary so much more fun. Switching characters mid-battle, very nice addition. Bench XP. This game is like ahead of its time, gameplay-wise. Honestly, everything is like better than the first Wild Arms, and the first Wild Arms wasn't even like a bad game. Like the first Wild Arms is still a great game. Everything is a step forward except for the search system. Oh, the light. This is the village elder, my mistake. Should look around for more items. There might be more in like barrels and stuff. Also that arms shop to like refill gunpowder, if there even is an arms shop. But yeah, this game's quality of life improvements are amazing. They took the village's only boat, a small old style one. We need that boat. The whole village is so glad you're alright, Brad. Especially my daughter Meryl. There wasn't a day she didn't think of you. I guess they didn't change your dialogue because I was playing as Ashley for that dialogue. Is there no arms upgrade shop in this place? Oh, this is a, Oh, we have to kick this with Brad. Yeet. Arm lawnmower. Heavy arm for Brad, who would have expected. Its explosive rounds attack all your enemies at once. Oh, just every single enemy, not a group. That's what I get from that. That is true. This game did come out before FF10. FF10 allowed a lot of swapping party members, and this game was pre-FF10. This game was like 2000 in North America. I think it was 99 in Japan, so yeah. It beat FF10 by 1 to 2 years, depending on what region you're talking about. And bench XP. You know how many PS1 games don't have bench XP? Like, you don't even need to. It's not even like FF10 where you have to like use them in battle. They'll just always get XP. Although FF10, switching in characters to use them kind of works for the gameplay. I know some people think of it as an annoying complaint, but I don't, because I love switching in FF10. I see, so you're a friend of Billy's? Don't worry about Billy. Yeah, I talked to you already. Where am I supposed to go? What if I call? Will I get like a thing? We do have some information about Quartley here. To reach Quartley, go up the Lickagus River, which flows in the southwest part of the inland sea. Oh, we found that river. We found like a sign that said Lickagus River. So now we need to go there. You should be able to reach the desert from the coast. Quartley's a town on a bridge spanning a huge rift valley known as Big Valley. That's all the information I have. Over and out. I need to find a way to the hovercraft then. Once I do that, it should be really easy to go back. I still have 4 Gimel coins. I haven't used them at all. We haven't even, like, wiped out once. Kind of Quartley. Yada yada. We already gave you our boat, now get the hell out of here. What, so you're not with those ruffians who took our boat? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, but like, how am I supposed to get back to... How am I supposed to get back to, what's it called? The hovercraft? Bum, bum, bum. Did I talk to you already? Business has been bad since the Civil War ended 5 years ago. Please buy what you need here. Oh, this is the shop. This is how we do the reloading. So we can't upgrade arms, but we can like reload our stuff, which is nice. Is there anything in these barrels? Nothing. The game seems to take FF5's philosophy of short but dangerous random encounters. Not surprisingly, the bridge you just encountered seemed like a homage to FF5's bridge. I played FF5 once, but I haven't played it in a while. I remember Gilgamesh. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember much about that bridge you're talking about, but that's because I played FF5 once and it was like a really long time ago. T-Bog Village, due northwest from here. I mean, Gilgamesh I remember. Gilgamesh is very iconic for FF5, but nothing about a bridge that I recall. Do I have to go to that bridge again, maybe? Oh, no, that's Green Hill. Oh, I can just teleport gem, of course. So we're gonna want to go to the hovercraft, so Damson City. Dude, I forgot teleport gems were like a gimmick in the game. That's like, because I'm used to Cecilia being able to teleport you in the first game. But in this game, it's just an item to use a teleport gem. So I need to find the Lickless River, which I found before. Head towards Howmet's. Which way's Howmet's? Oh, I can't teleport gem while I'm in the hovercraft. I remember there being like a sign, and then that said like Lickless River. Maybe I can find more items if I do this. That's the lion cage. We already did that. Oh, new encounter. Wild Arms 1 Zeb was also a take on Gilgamesh. Wild Arms was inspired by FF. Yeah, it sounds accurate. I could see Wild Arms being inspired by FF. I mean, like, I feel like most games, to an extent, most games are somewhat based on FF. Because FF wasn't like the first RPG, but it was like the most influential. But, yeah, I honestly could see Zed being a take on Gilgamesh. I remember Gilgamesh well enough. It's like that, and the fact that there's a job system and it's very diverse and very expansive are the only two things I really strongly remember about Final Fantasy V. I do plan to play it again because, I mean, it's Final Fantasy. Especially because I have the Pixel Remaster purchased. I gotta get to it at some point. I have no idea where Quartley is. Can you tell me, like, a direction? Flows into the... Go up the Lickless River, flow into the southwest part of the inland sea. Town on a bridge spanning a huge rift valley known as the Big Valley. Okay, that's a decent hint, I suppose. About as good... Oh, hey, I found something. It's an item, isn't it? Yeah, it's an item. Oh, Vitality Apple. Nice. Very useful item. Hit me up with this on Tim. I really want to play Final Fantasy V again because of all the classic 6... Of all the classic 6 Final Fantasy games, I feel like 5 is the one I remember the least. And not necessarily because it's my least favorite, just because that's how the cookie crumbles. No one really knows how memories work. It's a weird case. But, you know. Let's go to prison. Yeah, I can't wait to play 5 again. I do want to play... We're going to play 3 and 4 first. I think... Probably later this year, we'll get back to doing the pixel remasters because we got interrupted by 16 releasing.